Let's start with the ones that were merely embarrassing and slowly work our way towards the ones that make you question whether these people had ever held a weapon before. And just like always, I'll be placing you in each of these battles so you can experience exactly how quickly everything falls apart. Let's begin. Number 4, Austria, 1788, the Battle of Karansebes. Congratulations, you are an Austrian soldier and you have just been handed a weapon, a great sign of things to come. The Austrian army of around 100,000 men has just crossed the Timiș River in modern-day Romania, while scouting ahead for Ottoman forces. The hussars at the front of the column have found no enemies. What they have found, however, is a group of merchants selling schnapps. And since there are no enemies in sight, the hussars decide to do what any reasonable soldier would do. They drink all of it. The infantry behind them also want schnapps. The hussars say absolutely not. An argument breaks out. Someone fires a gun. Nobody knows who. And since it's pitch black and everyone is drunk, someone starts screaming that the Ottomans are attacking. Let me place you there. You are an infantry soldier somewhere in the middle of this 100,000 man column. It is 2 in the morning. It is completely dark. You cannot see anything. Then you hear gunshots. Then screaming. Then you hear the word Turks. You do not wait for orders. You run. The entire Austrian army of 100,000 men spends the next several hours fighting itself in complete darkness. Soldiers shoot at shadows. Cavalry trample infantry. Officers screaming halt are interpreted as a law by the panicking soldiers, making things significantly worse. By morning, 10,000 Austrian soldiers are dead or wounded, all of them killed by other Austrians. 2 days later, the Ottoman army arrives to find the Austrian camp completely abandoned and 10,000 corpses with absolutely no explanation. Congratulations, you survived the introduction. Your own army did not extend you the same courtesy. Number 3, South Africa, 1879, the Battle of Isandlwana. The British Empire at this point controls roughly a quarter of the entire planet. It has the most advanced military in the world. Rifles, artillery, supply lines, professional soldiers, and the unshakable confidence of a nation that has never really lost at anything. Lord Chelmsford, commanding the British invasion of Zululand, is so unconcerned about the Zulu army that he splits his force and personally leaves the main camp to go look for the enemy somewhere else. The enemy is already there. Let me place you in the British camp on January 22nd, 1879. You are a British soldier, you have a rifle, you have ammunition, you are positioned behind a wall of supply wagons. The morning is quiet, then a scout rides in and says something's wrong. Then someone looks over the ridge. 20,000 Zulu warriors are standing there. They have been lying completely still in a valley so large that the British scouts rode directly over them without seeing a single man. The Zulu impi moves in the shape of a bull, 2 horns sweeping around both flanks simultaneously while the chest drives forward. It has been working for decades. It works today. Your rifle is excellent. Your ammunition is also excellent. It is inside a supply crate that requires a specific screwdriver to open, and the quartermaster is not in a hurry. By the time it matters, the Zulus are already inside the camp. 1,300 British soldiers are killed in approximately 2 hours. An entire army camp wiped off the map in a single morning. Lord Chelmsford returns that evening to find nothing left. The screwdriver is never mentioned in the official report. Number 2. Germany, 9 AD. The Battle of Teutoburg forest. Rome has been quietly conquering Germania for years. Governor Varus has 3 entire legions, 20,000 soldiers. He is on good terms with the local Germanic chieftain Arminius, who has served in the Roman army, speaks Latin fluently, and has just warned Varus of a rebellion in the north. Arminius is the rebellion. Let me place you there. You are a Roman legionary marching through the Teutoburg forest in September. The column stretches for miles. The forest is dense. The path is narrow. It is raining. Your formation, designed for open field combat, is strung out in a line so long that the front cannot communicate with the back. Then the Germanic tribes attack from every direction simultaneously. The forest is so thick that Roman javelins are useless. The formation cannot form. The cavalry cannot maneuver. There are no open fields. There are no hills. There is only trees and rain and screaming. The ambush lasts 3 days. All 3 legions are destroyed. 20,000 Roman soldiers dead. Rome never seriously attempts to conquer Germania again. The Rhine becomes the permanent border of the empire forever. Emperor Augustus, upon receiving the news, reportedly spent weeks wandering his palace at night, hitting his head against the wall, screaming, "Varus, give me back my legions." You are unable to assist with this request. Number 1. Netherlands, 1944, Operation Market Garden. It is September 1944. The Allies have liberated France. Paris is free. Germany is retreating on all fronts. The war is essentially over. Field Marshal Montgomery has a plan to end it by Christmas. The plan involves dropping 35,000 paratroopers behind enemy lines to capture a series of bridges across the Netherlands, while ground forces race up on a single, narrow road to meet them. If it works, the Allies bypass the entire German defensive line and drive straight into Berlin. Intelligence reports suggest there are 2 SS Panzer divisions resting directly next to the final bridge at Arnhem. Montgomery's chief intelligence officer presents this information. It is dismissed. The officer is told he needs a rest and sent on leave. Let me place you there. You are a British paratrooper landing outside Arnhem on September the 17th, 1944. Your radio does not work. The frequency cards were printed incorrectly. Your jeeps are missing from half the supply drops. You are 8 miles from the bridge. You will walk. As you approach the city, you discover that the 2 SS Panzer divisions are exactly where the intelligence report said they would be. The ground forces racing up the road to reach you are 64 miles away. The road is so narrow that a single knocked-out vehicle stops the entire column. The column stops approximately 400 times. You hold the northern end of the Arnhem Bridge for 4 days, with 740 men against 2 Panzer divisions. You run out of ammunition on day 4. Of the 10,000 British paratroopers who land at Arnhem, 1,400 are killed and 6,000 are captured. The war does not end by Christmas. It ends 8 months later with 300,000 additional Allied casualties. The general who dismissed the intelligence report is given a knighthood 6 months later. The intelligence officer, who was sent on leave, is not mentioned in the ceremony. And yes, just like every single entry on this list, it always ends the same way. A completely preventable catastrophe, followed by a report explaining why none of it was anyone's fault. We genuinely hate every single military commander on this list, and we never want to serve under any of them.